Hi, everyone, and welcome to the special simulcast of the Neil Haley Show and the Love Is podcast with our host, Kim Sorrelle. Kim, how are you? And I know you're excited to have this guest on again. We had such a fun convo before.
Yeah, I am so excited. I'm always excited to see you too, Neil. So, hello. I hope you're doing great.
I'm doing
And
better.
Noah James, oh my word, one of my favorite characters on The Chosen is Andrew, and played by Noah. And Noah is still kind of in the honeymoon, newlywed stage. It wasn't that long ago that you got married. And probably one of those weddings where you might have heard more than once, it's about time. I'm not sure. But
Yes, that happens sometimes. I heard something akin to that.
something sort of like that anyway.
Yeah.
And you love cats. And I think you love cats so much that I think you would love, if whoever's listening, if they have a cat, you'd probably love their cat too.
100%. This is true. I just looked around and my cats have abandoned me in this moment. They're not making an appearance, but they are cozy on the couch. The lady and the tiny, that's their names. And actually, speaking of honeymoon period, my wife and I did just finally go on our official honeymoon. We were able to do that. And so we went to the French Riviera and had just the absolute best time.
Awesome.
That's so awesome. It's so fun. That is so awesome. I'm glad that you finally got to do that. It's
Yes.
probably awfully hard with scheduling and
Yes.
filming and everything going on to figure out a time to make it happen.
Exactly.
So the fourth season is upon us. It's coming up really soon here. You finished filming. And, one thing that I love about Andrew is that the character you play so well is always just so kind. Like, he keeps Simon in check, but he's just always so kind. And I love that there doesn't seem to be a mean bone in his body. Do you feel that way?
Yeah. There probably are mean bones, but but kindness. I'm glad that you said that. I feel like Andrew is kind as well, and that's definitely one of his the qualities in which he tries to lead with in his life. And I think that Andrew appreciates what people are going through, and there's empathy there. And so I feel like that kindness comes from there, and it's not necessarily loud or boisterous sometimes. And with a brother like Simon Peter, it's sometimes could feel like you were not the center of attention, of course. And I think Andrew just a lot of the time leads with kindness, and there's a feeling that I may not be everything that I should be, but whatever I am, I'm going to bring to the table. I'm going to help in any way that I can. And that's something that I think is really admirable. It's something that I aspire to in my life, for sure.
So what should we expect season 4 without giving anything away? Yeah.
Get ready for a punch in the face. Get ready for it's a challenging season. It challenges the audience to come along on this journey with us, because obviously, as we all know, where the story is going. And I feel like in many ways, it's preparing the audience for the depth of conflict, sometimes despair, but also hope. That is really coming to the forefront in this season. And it was also challenging to film. It was a challenging season. The elements, the looming actor strike, in some ways it felt like mirrored in the content of the show. It's a challenging one, but I think all the more worth it. And I'm super excited for people to engage with it. I'm excited to see what people feel and say once they get to the end of it. It's just I think it will be the best season yet. Hopefully counterpoint to how hard it was to film.
Yeah, well, interesting that it was that hard to film and that it went along with what you were doing. The world was going along with what you were doing. That's so
Really.
cool. Yeah, and I think one of the things that I see is that people are human and everybody's portrayed as being human. And so people are going to have doubts when they're human. They're going to make mistakes because they're human. And I love that comes through in The Chosen.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, that is paramount, I think, to The Chosen's success, because it's all about authenticity, and without that, the audience can't feel a way in to the story and to what we're trying to portray. And because we are showing the human side of all of these characters, I feel like people then can really look at it and say, whoa, I reacted the exact same way as that character. That's something I need to pay attention to. Or, oh, I in season 2, I say as Andrew, I don't feel great. I don't feel like I can be this what hero in our people's history. Like I just am me. I feel like, how have I been thrust into this position in a way? And I think that a lot of people feel that way in their own lives. And when they watch something like this, they go, whoa, if someone that I have been hearing about all my life, could have felt that way, I feel in good company, and I have more worth than maybe I give myself credit to. We all have worth. And I think seeing all of us as human beings, it helps in that.
And the fan base, since we last talked, again, having theater premieres and sellouts just to see the show, it's got to feel amazing. And I'm sure your life has changed dramatically since being a part of this, right? And being recognized, it's got to be chaotic.
My life is definitely different, but all in good ways. I mean, The Chosen has completely changed my life, and I'm forever grateful for it. And then in terms of the fans and the outreach of fans, and just the sheer number of them, it's kind of unfathomable, especially from where we began. We began as this, the little engine that could kind of show. And now to see, premiering in theaters, selling out. We just had Chosen Con, thousands of people showing up to be there with us and support the show. It was really incredible. And I just, honestly, it is a humbling experience. And when people come up to me, maybe on the street, and they just say, hey, I love the show, or I love your work, and it got me through a difficult time, that to me is just, it's one of the best things to be a part of, because that the show is, even if it's just entertaining people, that could be enough. But the fact that it's helping some people and helping them get through difficult moments, I mean, that's what more can you want out of art? It's really a remarkable thing to be a part of.
It is remarkable. Anytime you can change somebody's life, and to do it by acting, to do it with the cast that you're doing it with and the show that you're doing it with, it kind of brings it back to that authenticity that, from my understanding, it's like one big family. Like everybody gets along. There isn't somebody who's stirring up trouble, but the cast gets along. And that, I think, shows in the work as well.
The cast does get along really, really well, but it's also the crew. We have a massive crew. I mean, the amount of people that it takes to put this on.
Wow.
I mean, you're hundreds and hundreds of people, and it's a joy to go in and see everyone. And even in the downtime, there's a lot of downtime on sets, and then there's a lot of like, hurry up, do it as fast as you can. So even during the downtime, just talking to someone who maybe you haven't really had much time with, and getting to know their job, how they perform their job, how they came to it. And then the cast, will sit in the, maybe tent that we're in with our little chairs getting ready. And we just get we all know that we support each other and we're there for each other. that goes a long way to making the show what it is. I feel like, because no matter who's on camera, you have the other people helping them give the best performance that they possibly can.
And I think that when you talk about all that, it's just got to feel amazing. Anything you can say? Anything you said, it's going to be the craziest season, like the mind-blowing season. Anything you can share with us, and when is it premiering? Just for those two things.
Well, listen, the second one's a lot easier to say. So it is premiering in 2024 in February. So get ready for that. That's not it's pretty soon now. Something that I can say about this season, like a moment. I mean, truthfully, there are going to be lots of moments that you have read about and thought about. Big moments that transpire this season. I feel like people will be shocked at how much ground we cover this season. I was shocked when I read the scripts. I was shocked at how much ground we covered. I just thought, it's no secret we want to do 7 seasons. But my arithmetic of how, where we would go was off, and I think people will really, really enjoy what we have to offer.
All right, one more question.
I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait, of course, and everybody else can't wait, and it's going to be exciting. To be in theaters. Here you sign up for a TV show, and you end up in theaters. What was that like for you?
That's the chosen way. We never quite know. You sign up for one thing, and then all of a sudden it takes on a life of its own, which is one of the best things about being a part of a creative process. Is no one could have foreseen this. No one could have foreseen going into the theaters with fans and watching the premiere the way that we will. It's I mean, what can I say? I'm loving the ride.
Yeah, well, you talk about Chosen Con too. Again, February. And I guess we're going to have you back to find out more little secrets for February. But I appreciate it again, Noah, for stopping by. That was, again, the special simulcast of the Neil Haley Show and the Love Is podcast. And I know once we put this out, especially on YouTube, everyone's going to be starting to talk because your fan base is gigantic, guys. Appreciate it again.
Thank you.